Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FML FPL. Okay, welcome to FML FPL Milan.
Swalsh.
What's up, brother?
Fun pod night tonight, I think.
I wonder if everyone just heard an ad or not. Don't know.
Oh my god, the ads are in. The ads are in, baby.
Don't know.
Gotta get the bag. Could be anything. Could have been anything.
Could have been anything. Could have been slandering us for 30 seconds. We wouldn't even know.
Wouldn't know.
Inside job. We have a normal week, so that's cool. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Games don't start
there was no
till
game
Saturday.
on today. I did extra stuff. No
Beautiful.
games on Friday.
Beautiful.
Absolutely love that.
That's
Fun
good.
weekend. A lot of action. A lot of dongs. A lot of fucking calamitous joke fixture results.
Yeah.
Tons of that.
Do you
want to do? Oh, how did your team do?
Very bad.
Oh no.
Yeah. I got 47, but I took a hit, so 43. I did Sancho and White out for Doc and Matto. Doc's out for the season, so I came out even there.
You got 20 minutes there.
Yep. Down another 30K. I mean, I really just ruined my season with the wild card, but
yeah,
I have COVID to blame. I have COVID to blame, but I wild carded into no Spurs other than Kane, so that's a disaster. I got no goals for back-to-back weeks after wild card. Whatever. I got 5 1-pointers. Hate to see that. A lot.
It's not good.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
That's a lot. Just bad job. Captain can't. Usually when you captain a 10-pointer, it's good. But
a lot of assists this week, though.
Not this week.
You had 7 assists.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's a lot of assists.
It's a fucking lot of assists. Imagine
when they're
if they were
supplemented
goals.
with yellow cards and 1-pointers and 2
out
goals
for the season
conceded and
injuries.
Yeah, it doesn't paint
And
pretty picture.
I got 7 assists, and I think I got 1 bonus point between all of those assists.
The Kane yellow card at the end of the game was not a good job. That was a -6 for us, but what are you gonna do? Sometimes it's 4-0 and the game's over, and you want to do a cheeky little no.
When you're up, you're up, and when you're flush, you're down, and when you're whatever that fucking quote is.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. But
there's that quote from Blow or some shit, whatever.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in decades.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't know the quote. It's like when you're up. How'd your team do?
I got 70. I got all these guys, got all these points.
You're flying.
So I'm doing good. Yeah, I've been doing good the last couple of weeks. So maybe I won't actually. Well, I'm definitely going to have the worst season I've ever had before.
No, you could beat last year. You could beat
fucking 5.
You could beat last year and 2019.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Dude, you're coming back.
All right. Yeah. Gordon, legend. Love him.
Oh my God. Last time I benched 10-pointer Gordon, you mean? Yeah. Let's go.
We'll do that. But yeah, I mean, if I hit him out, I would have been fucking disaster class of the week again.
My God.
But yeah, I mean, not doing anything and saving was the hugest thing for me because it let me keep Gordon, not only keep Gordon, but put him in my fucking lineup.
And you learned a lesson from that.
Yeah, which we'll talk about later in the postmortem pod. So that was a good one.
All right, let me update leagues. Shout out to the FML Field Prize League Mug League leaders for April so far. We got Aaron England, aka Giroud Sandstorm. I fucking play League of Legends with Aaron like every other day. Good job by you. We got Luke.
Wait, who is it?
Aaron England. Aaron E. in Discord. I play League with him all the time.
Okay, where is he? He's top of what?
Top of the Mug League right now.
Fucking hell, man. Get in there.
I told him, he was like, his response was like, there's no fucking chance I win. Where's the international break when you need one? He's fucked. There's still 3 more games in April.
Oh my God, he's 12K. Look at who is this guy? Fucking Aaron? Aaron? There's so many Aarons in Discord. I have no idea
Cornwall
which is
Aaron. I don't know. He's a fucking legend. Great dude. Great top laner
Toney.
too.
Fucking Toney, dude. All right, keep going.
Toney has 12 goals.
Yeah, keep talking. the updates.
Second place, Luke Innes, aka FCN, and third place, Eddie. Where are my keys? So another familiar name right there for the Mug League. And then shout out to the leader of the FML FPL Public League, Ryan Mackey, aka Rangers.
Could this guy be in more mini leagues? Is there a maximum mini? It's like I keep scrolling.
Who?
You're a League of Legends player.
Oh, Aaron? Oh my God, he's in so many.
It's just like a wall of text.
It's basically every FPL pod.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of friend leagues, I guess, too.
What about Comedians FPL Fan League? What's that?
What is that?
Yeah, not good.
What about Fredo and Friends? I like his name, though. Giroud Sandstorm's just really solid.
Is it because of like Daruda Sandstorm?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's solid.
You think that's one that he's used for years?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think that's...
His last name's England?
Last name, actual England.
That's very strange, isn't it?
It's so good because his league name is like England 23, and people are like, what the fuck? And he's like, it's my name.
Yeah.
Fucking Aaron England. What a legend. All right, let's go. Where do you want to begin? Yeah, the games were fucking insane, weren't they?
Let's talk about Toney. I think that's a good place to start.
I haven't thought about Toney. Talk to me about Toney.
I mean, he's had a very weird season, I think, right? Where we saw him kind of in almost every team. He was like the trendy 6'5" forward, whatever, right?
Yeah. Like 40% of teams or something crazy.
Yeah. It was in that kind. I mean, it's going to be like the Mitrovic clause next year, right?
Yeah.
Where you kind of have to stick or twist. And he didn't do very well in the beginning of the season. He had a 12-pointer in game week 5. And then, I mean, the team just he just kind of was playing DM and shit. And he's kind of still is. I mean, he's had a lot of penalty goals.
Right.
I don't know how he's only had 4 assists. I feel like he creates like 3 chances a game, but he has quietly, put in work. I mean, he had a couple of big games recently against Norwich and Burnley, which are kind of padding them because it's, that's 5-2. But otherwise, I mean, he still has 16 returns. We're in game week 32. I mean, hey,
I feel like that's reached everyone's like optimistic projection.
Yeah, he's the second highest point scorer of forwards.
Yeah.
I mean, he was dead and buried, back in, when the fixture pileup was kind of happening and Brentham weren't doing anything. But yeah, he's been good. I mean, some people still have him that have legitimately held him for like ever. Well, even though he's missed time and been injured.
That's kind of what I was going to bring up. It's like pre the COVID stuff, which I think it would have been an obvious time to get rid of him around like game week 15. He missed some games and shit. Like at the time, and we both owned him, it was like the easiest sell ever, right? It felt like, oh, this was just a bad pick and it didn't get it right. But when you actually look at his match log, he blanked 2, he returned. He blanked 1, he got a 12-pointer. And then a 5-pointer. Then he blanked, 5 in a row, but he's a fucking 6'5" striker on a promoted team. Like, we should be more patient with these guys. Like, who cares if he blanks 5 in a row? There's better ways to use your transfers than, again, back-to-back returns. Like, when you look at it now, I'm like, oh, I understand that someone could have held him. But in the moment, when we're wildcarding and shit, it's like, he's one of the worst picks in the game. It's how it feels.
I think that's a really difficult tension point every single year with like a lot of players in the budget. I mean, really just in general but I guess no, it's different with the budget players because the teams go into these periods of not functioning at all. Like every single team that's bottom 5, bottom 7 in the league is going to go through a spell of 4 or 5 games where you watch them, it's like, holy shit, they might never win another game for the rest of the season. Yeah. And then they get out of it. They snap out of it, And in this case, the Eriksen signing and him being fit to start, about 5 games, basically coincided with Toney coming back fit and like them getting fit as a team more or less. But, the Eriksen effect, but, which we didn't know that at the time, back when we were doing all the things. But yeah, I think the patience aspect is, I think with the budget players, we do need to hold ourselves a little bit more into account of just sticking through these little dips or rises in points because, how are you going to really get ahead by doing like Toney, Dennis, like whatever, kind of.
That's really the bottom line, right? It's like there's one or two guys maybe a season who are going to greatly exceed their price, right? There's like Bowen this year, right? Like you wanted to get on Bowen early because it's like he's priced the same as Toney and he's going to score 200 points. That's one guy, maybe two a season max. But like, who were we even getting for Toney, right? Like you said, it's like Dennis,
Bush,
like
I don't know, bad players.
Ollie, St. Max, like who the fuck were even buying? Jim, like what? That transfer is never gonna be worth it in the end, really.
Yeah, I guess it also does call into question, that spot on your team though, because if you are starting that spot every week, it is tough to stomach.
It is, yeah, it is.
But at the end of the day, you do need to take those blanks on the chin because then you miss the hat trick and the brace back-to-back games.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And all that takes is 2 pens, right? And he's like the best penalty taker in the country, and that just happens. That'll just happen. It's luck, but that's like you're putting yourself in that position to be lucky, right? And quietly he's averaging like almost 5 points a game, been 6'5" like all season. He's just like. It ain't much, but it's honest work,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure like the top managers that are like way beyond our level are like, yeah, of course I held him. Like, his numbers are good. He's on pens. Yeah. Like, why would I get rid?
Yeah, it's like, I have to listen to this for 3 minutes. Like, I knew this. I knew this 2 months ago. You fucking idiots.
Yeah. I mean, this whole pod is just like, philosophical dive into what we do
just a couple
wrong.
Guys chatting.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think Eriksen's going to stay there next year?
I hope so. That'd be really fun. Also, no idea what he would be priced. Yeah, that's the hard one.
6, 7?
Yeah, he can't be. He can't be more than like 7. There's no way.
Probably not.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, 6'5" or 7.
Yeah, it's just so astonishing to watch, like what a player of his caliber, just putting him into the center of the field for this team, like what it does, how it transforms them from absolute pile of steaming dog shit into competent, good, dangerous team. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still got it. He's still got it, baby.
He's still got it. There's still no real explanation why he's 5'5". You gotta love Bumo, dude.
I don't know. Yeah,
Bumo belongs on Brighton.
He's an idiot.
He should be on Brighton. Know. Him and Trossard wide, just missing every chance.
Missing every chance. Hitting the bar every chance they get. Yeah. He's such a fucking nightmare. It's just so insanely frustrating to watch him play. It's really
I wonder if he's just going to score double-digit goals next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to like start with him again because I'm a fucking moron, like goldfish memory. But I don't know. Brentham though, the Brenthamers definitely
they're back, baby.
Yeah, they've definitely caught my attention again, and they. I mean, it has been since they've gotten Eriksen. I mean, it's a total fucking
Eriksen
change
and
of
fitness.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't really think. They were fit before. They were fucking fuck them, but I think it's been Eriksen. It was just what he does to be able to slide the balls through and to progress it quickly without like taking touches and just passing it to the other team, which is who they had in the center of the park, what they were doing before.
Yeah.
They're just,
they're good. It's obviously an upgrade, but I do think like they were missing a lot of the guys, and the lower you go in the table, the more valuable every starter is because they have no depth.
That's true. That's for sure. But all right,
Brentham. Didn't expect to start with the Brenthams, but we did.
It was all about Mr. England.
Yeah, Aaron England, baby.
I just clicked his team because I was like, I'm interested.
So there's a double this week. Some people are pre-hitting. People are looking at all those shitty-ass players to who to bring in and whatnot. So
there are a couple doubles, right? We got Leicester,
there's
Burnley.
Way more than a couple.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's Leicester, Newcastle, Burnley, Southampton, Man United, Arsenal, Brighton. Okay. So a lot of action. But some questions there. Hardly Boy said, are there single weekers who you'd consider essential for free hit game week 33? Or does essential mix? BBC essential mix.
Essential.
Or does it limit yourself not
do
to
they
just
still do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Like every week?
They're good, yeah. Sometimes,
I used to fucking love those.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh my God.
They're still good.
Okay.
Or does it limit yourself not to just get in 11 nail doublers instead of getting Kev or Kane or Liverpool attackers? No, I would definitely get some single game makers.
That was the funniest part of that. 11 nail doublers.
Well, yeah, the nail doublers premise is you can't get 11 goalkeepers, therefore you can't get 11 doublers. Nail doublers, that is.
Oh, God.
But I definitely wouldn't just omit all the good players because you're on free hit. That's not really the move.
No, that's really stupid, I think.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I mean, there are certainly not a lot of doublers who are interesting to me.
Yeah, I think it's like a huge bait.
Huge bait trap.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, I mean...
I really don't really like any of them, to be honest.
I think other than goalkeeper, you could make your free hit team and have... maybe one.
Yeah, I don't think that's
maybe two.
I don't think that's unreasonable. I really don't.
Yeah, maybe two.
Yeah, like the edges of your team, but
the edges of your team.
Yeah, well, we'll talk more about the team by team, I guess, because Brian said which of the doublers are traps and which ones are worth buying. Warren said, is Dewsbury Hall actually the best Leicester pick to enable triple premiums? Fred Neal said, how important is Maddo? Should we ditch players like Saka or Gordon for him? And then Signs that might be Omen said, are any free hit tips this week? I still have both free hits left, but I can't back-to-back free hit in 36, 37, so I have to use one this shitty-ass week. Outstanding chip planning by me. Yeah, who would you even go for? I mean, I do think Maddo's a good pick, but when I looked closer at the fixtures, away Newcastle, away Everton, they've both been like pretty decent at home, surprisingly. I don't think Leicester's going to like score 3 in those games or anything like that. So I do think Maddo's like a good pick, but I'm not like, oh my God, everyone should like triple Leicester attack or anything. Like they could score 1 goal in each of those games.
Yeah, that's possible. No, I mean, I agree with you. I think Maddo's a good pick. I mean, we just saw the Iheanacho Daka, like they just traded off playing.
Yeah.
They have 2 days off. They have the game on Thursday, which is, you know, their bigger game than either of these two. So, you know, you'd expect the Newcastle team sheet to be a little bit weaker, right? And then the Everton game the week later is going to probably be a little bit stronger. So, I mean, if anything, I think that makes Newcastle's players more attractive for the double. But, you know, then they fall into the issue of, you know, not being good long-term picks because their fixtures get tougher. Whereas Leicester, you know, have more doubles and, you know, just a good fixture run. And, you know, they played pretty well. Again, I mean, my team sucks on the road, but they definitely, you know, were good for long periods of that game and deserved the 3 points. So I agree with you on Maddison. I think, you know, Justin is always interesting because he always had that, you know, contractually obliged to get FPL points. Even when the team loses, he gets an assist. When they do this, he fucking gets crazy bonus when there's no clean sheet. Like he's an FPL enigma.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's 4-9. Is he going to play every game? Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
You know, but that's, again, right? I mean, who is? You know, none of these players really are other than Schmeichel. So I think, you know, if you're punting on a defender, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
From a Leicester perspective, I you know, I mean, the forwards are just
just can't go there.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's just not.
So I think it's pretty limited to that. Barnes is, you know, just you know, he didn't play. I mean, he could go and, you know, rattle off some starts, but it does seem like with the way that Maddison's been looking, that's just you know, Maddison's just better.
Yeah, and Dewsbury starts every single game. I don't really back him for fantasy points, but if you do need that like enabling spot, like he does play every game. So, you know.
Yeah. And fine. I mean, will he play all the games in the doubles? I mean, maybe not. But, you know, even if, you know, you're putting you know, he could be an enabler. I mean, he's 4-4. You still, you know, you'd still feel fine to start him in the doubles, you know, which is half the game. That's half the game weeks left.
Yeah,
so
true.
You could like set your team up in a way
that's
where
crazy
you know,
to think about. Holy shit, you just blew my mind. Yeah, half the game
doubles.
Weeks left are Leicester doubles.
Yeah, so I mean 3 and 7 or whatever. But you know, I mean, so even a player who's a very marginal FPL point shout for per game, getting 4 points or maybe a 5 if they get a clean or whatever just for minutes played is
between
your 11th man.
And
that's great.
5 is like incredible every week for 4-4. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So, and you know he's he did just have, his double return. But
yeah, he's good.
Not that far away from, even though he's blanked like all the games before. I mean, he doesn't just sit at the
he's not
halfway
a DM.
line. I mean,
he's not.
He's involved. He just isn't, at the edge of the box that much and shit to get the points. But
he shoots once a game. Like he doesn't really.
Maybe creates a chance.
Yeah, one or two or something like that. And he fucking is a lot of times like the hockey assist, and he looks good. But yeah, he's not going to get a ton of FPL points. But that's fine.
Yeah, I mean he's not like Anthony Gordon or anything.
Yeah, come on, let's be realistic about that. But so you like Newcastle? I mean, they're home, Leicester home, Palace. The attack has been like underratedly bad since Eddie's been there. They barely ever reach 1xG, non-penalty, and Wood's been bad.
Fucked.
Fraze is fucked. I just don't really know where to go there. The defensive has been okay, and Palace are worse on the road. Maybe they get one clean, maybe, but that even seems like a stretch to me with Leicester Palace. I don't know.
I agree with all that. I mean, I think there aren't really any great picks there. I mean, St. Max is certainly like a fun punt. I mean, to be fair, if he wasn't just fucking shitting his pants every time he got into the final third, he could have had 20 points in the game.
Could have, yeah.
I mean, I think that's a fine pick, but the same thing. I think if you have chips, then I'm a lot more interested because I do feel like with those fixtures and the Norwich right away after.
Yeah.
But I mean, then you don't want any of their players for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So I mean, when we're looking at, which this is something like we kind of touched on last week with Mo, but it's not only spending the transfer to get them in, but then you also have to spend a transfer to get them out.
Yeah.
And unless if this is a transfer in and then Barry on the bench situation, which some people can do, and if that's where you're at, then that makes, it's even an even better thing. But if you are going to, this is a starting spot on your team and you're like, okay, I'm going to bring in fucking Burn and then I'm going to get like this guy in a couple, it's like, you're spending a lot of transfers for bad players. You really need a spike for it to come for you to come out ahead there versus, maybe what you already have. So
versus getting like fucking spending transfers to get like Son and Kev and get Mo back and like whatever. Right. Yeah. No, I agree with what you said there. Yeah. Like if you can just afford Dennis to Wood and then bench Wood after the next two game weeks or St. Max, then like do it. Like Wood's gonna start every game, like whatever, 4 points floor. It's great. But yeah, I agree with what you said basically.
But the defenders are all dirt cheap. Burn, Shar, Target, whatever. They're all
still like Target.
4-5. You're.
I've been liking
you're all
him.
about the Target.
Yeah, he takes corners and shit, and
Yeah.
Palace and Leicester are dog shit at set pieces, and it just
no. So I think those are fine. I mean, Dubravka's probably fine too. He's 4-4.
Fine. He'll get saves. Yeah, he'll get you 5 points. And then the other double winners are just so bad. I mean, so Burnley are at West Ham, home Southampton. They're one of the worst teams in the league. Southampton are maybe the worst team in the league right now. They're home Arsenal at Burnley. Yeah. Man United have home Norwich, which is great, and then at Liverpool, so they have one fixture. Arsenal are out of form, looking terrible, at Southampton, at Chelsea, and Brighton are at Spurs, at City. I just don't see like anyone I want there. And I still think Bruno's probably fine, like because you're getting a home Norwich +2. That's fine, good pick, sure. But like out of those other teams, I want actually 0 players.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not like transferring Saka out. He's not like emergency, but
Yeah. You don't love it.
I don't love it. I mean, at Southampton's great. At Chelsea's terrible. Yeah. So he kind of has the one fixture thing too. Arsenal look really bad.
Yeah. I mean, Chelsea definitely looked like they got their swagger back a little bit. I mean,
I said 5-0 on the Patreon pod. Yeah.
Just
I almost nailed it.
Just go to Southampton and, have fun. We'll see what they do midweek in Europe. But I mean, Chelsea's, it doesn't, maybe they're going to get their shit together and just make sure they don't fucking fall out of the top 4.
We need to talk about them, I think, on Thursday, not this episode. Like, let's see what happens against Real Madrid. And then let's try and evaluate like what their last 7 games look like or whatever. Cause it's hard with them.
Yeah, we have to know if they're out or not of Europe for sure. Yeah, and I mean, I have like Broge, and I mean, I'm gonna probably keep and start him.
Yeah, if you have a guy already, sure.
I mean, I'm not certain he's gonna start both, but it's not like it's fucking Weghorst or something who's just gonna get 1 point in both of every game.
How fucking bad is he?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Imagine losing 2-0 to Norwich.
It's amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
The relegation race, unbelievable. It's so fun.
Weghorst is really bad. I'm so glad that neither of us got him. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a great. I wish if you got points for dodging bait, we would be better at this game. Because like we will dodge a player like Weghorst, but it's not like we got any forward points in that time.
Yeah, it's true.
We literally got 0 points.
I dodged him so I could have Broja, who has also blanked for the last 2 months.
And I have like Cucho and like dumb fucks, but we didn't get anything. But like we dodged him though. It's like great.
Yeah, but it feels good.
It feels amazing.
Fucking feels good.
Yeah,
so
it feels
whatever.
good. Feels good. Okay, that's
no,
the
yeah,
doubles.
the doubles.
They're awful.
They're fucking
awful.
horrendous.
They're awful. So fucking bad. All right. Well, that's all we need to say about that. So Doc, Son, Spurs, I think naturally we should talk about that. Bear said, what are your thoughts on Doc replacement? Same price range. She's out for the season. Hemdog. What's Doc's effect on Spurs? Do you reckon Regs will feature more now as their main attacking fullbacks ripped? Or does Kulu benefit more from the right side, which I don't really understand? And then Can I Get a Hell Yeah said, if you can only fit one in your team, do you go Son or Kev? And Voldy followed up with Son versus Raz Kev. What are your thoughts? Who would you rather ride out the rest of the season with? So, Son just going absolutely mental.
Yes.
Destroying me.
Yeah, everyone doesn't own him.
Yeah. Well, you still got 70 points somehow. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, you just piled it on.
Anthony Gordon, that's why.
Gordon, Kulu, Rudy. Yeah.
Well, that was like
Kev.
20 questions.
Yeah. So let's start with Doc.
Yeah. So he's
replacements,
like 4-8.
And then his replacements on, like how does it affect the team? Yeah.
I mean, I think if you can, Matip seems to be the most.
Yeah, Joel's a great pick, I think.
If you don't have 3 Liverpool already, which, some teams don't.
Some teams don't. They got rid of guys or, yeah.
I think that, to me, would be like the number one. I definitely don't like the idea of going to a different Spurs defender because, their defense hasn't looked good.
No.
Lately, really at all. They
especially
really don't.
Against Villa, it was
they should have conceded a couple easily. They just don't look like keeping cleans. And the reason why Doc was, such a ridiculous pick is that he was playing forward like he did when he was on Wolves. And he was getting in the box. He was fucking doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I don't think, you can hypothesize like Royale or Cess or Regs I'm like, they're all so bad.
Yeah, and I don't know who's going to start any game.
Yeah, they're all so bad at, scoring and assisting and doing the thing like Doc's actually really good at that I don't feel like they're a good defense. So I don't think that those are good picks.
I'm with you. Totally with you.
I think it is. Because, I've been looking, obviously. I have Doc. I have to figure out what the fuck to do with him. There really isn't, other than Matip, like in the 5 million and under bracket, that's really screaming out to me as like, this is a good pick for the rest of the season. It's hard because, especially with defenders, right, where you want to look for teams that are like kind of switched on and, focus, have things to play for. There just aren't many of them except for a few of the top teams and, Arsenal or disarray and, the Liverpool City players are all more expensive. If you can, get up to like Kyle or Laporte or something, but that's, that's
again,
a different
you have
bracket.
3 City and it's a different bracket. Yeah.
I think Chelsea is an interesting one because, I did, after watching them play, like, and then looking, expecting them to get knocked out of Europe, they suddenly, don't have that many games. They just have their league games and that's what's important and that's what they can focus on. And, they're gonna lose in the FA Cup semi, so they won't have another game there. So they just have, They have the double, and they have a few games.
They
have a few games to go there. Again, it's the same kind of issue looking at like a City where, they're all expensive. But just kind of pointing out that they're, other than a few of these teams, like, I think maybe put Chelsea back in that, 1B category next to Liverpool and City. Everything else is just punts. They're all punts. Justin, like, okay, like whatever. You're like punting on these doublers on these bad teams. It's like you're just throwing a dart to pray to God that you keep a clean sheet. I mean, Palace.
I'd almost rather go Palace. I was actually going to bring that up. They don't have a single bad fixture the rest of the season. They're actually all amazing. And
we have 3 homes, 4 aways. I don't know.
That's true. The aways.
It's okay. We saw Mitchell go off. That's a big deal.
That's really bad.
That's a huge problem. If he's going to be out, that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
We have to find out what's going on there. But it's the same thing with us where I just feel like we're like, whatever, like every game is meaningless. Like we're just going to go fucking play. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
I just
really
basically just don't want to
anyone.
Yeah. I really just like don't want to be in this area. But if I am, I do think Justin's my favorite pick, even though, I don't expect him to play all these doubles and shit, but I like his attacking. He has the history of getting attacking shit from just watching him and he's been out for a lot of the year and whatever, but they just have so many games and I don't know when he's going to play. I don't know what they're going to do in the games, but
even
they just
if he
have so
starts
many
every
of them.
other, that's pretty good.
It's still like a full, like, or whatever. I just feel, and you could spike something. I just feel like at 4-9, I feel like he's the one I would go to in that bracket if I couldn't get Matip, if I had to pick one, and nice. I might do that, because I do have to make this, I have to deal with this issue.
I think that was a great argument by you. I don't really have an answer, to be honest. Like, I've been away and then I'm back and then I was busy and I only found out Doc was out for the season earlier today, and I was just like, fuck me, because I just brought him in, obviously, like nightmare situation. But yeah, there's really, like, that whole time you were talking, I was kind of scrolling while listening, and there's just like really nothing standing out. Like there's very few teams with stuff to play for at this point. And then, obviously the teams at the bottom are all fucking horrible.
And that's the thing. Hard. When there are very few teams to play for, you want to kind of get out of defense and into offense.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. That's a really good point.
So
maybe it's a double move then.
Yeah, I mean, unless you are able to get up into the more expensive players on those 3 good teams, maybe it's something where you don't want this player to be starting, or you just free up funds, or you just kind of, because that's the thing that's confusing for us, is that everyone had Doc as an 11, right? He's in the 11, no question.
No question. Start every week. It's not even close. Yeah.
So we're like, okay, well, I have to replace this player I was starting every week with another player starting every week, and maybe that's the answer to the question is no. There is no one in that category.
I think that is actually.
Yeah.
I think.
So what's the second thing to do?
Yeah,
that's probably like get
mid or something.
Anthony Gordon instead and just start him every week. Same price bracket.
Take that punt on the doubler this week that you like, your favorite one or something, who's a mid or some shit like that. Get to Matto, get to St. Max, get to Wood, whatever that is, maybe is the answer. I don't know. It's weird. When you look at the table, it's like, okay, City and Liverpool are obviously fighting for the title. Spurs and Arsenal are fighting for 4th. Everton and Burnley are fighting to not get relegated, and no other team has anything to play for.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's the Son questions about just like Son versus City player and just, I don't know, Son in general, just fucking destroying us. I mean, what do you make of Son just hat-tricking like that? And what do you make of Son versus Kev? Kev obviously gets the deflected goal, but he was amazing otherwise. I mean, what are you thinking there? Son, dude. Sonny. Every year, just fucking does it. Somehow, some way, he's going to get his goals at some point.
Yeah.
Every fucking year.
I mean, it's very clear that, Kane is playing in like a completely different role consistently. We've seen him do this before.
It's only
recent.
Recent.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's, I was going to get onto that. It's very recent.
He has 7 assists in the last 3 games and no goals.
And he could have more. He's been creating so many chances, like crazy. Every game. It's insane. Crazy. And they're really, I don't think until Son came off for like the last 10 minutes was Kane really like in any remote type of goal scoring positions.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even have a shot in the game. I mean, he had like did he have a shot?
He had 2 shots for 0.1 XG. So basically like 2 pot shots.
So, I mean, it's pretty, watching them over the last few games, if you have to pick one, it's pretty insane to say like Kane's going to get more points. Like he's not shooting and scoring goals. Like the player who's shooting and scoring goals gets more points in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
kind of the rules of the game. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's, this isn't a 1v1 vacuum is that a word? Vacuumous?
Sounds right to me. No idea.
I don't think it is.
Well, you asked the wrong guy. I'll tell you that.
I know that. I'm very aware of that. Because it's Kane and it's the forward spot.
There's vacuous.
Vacuous. That's it.
There you go. Not vacuumous.
Yeah. Come on, Adam.
Love that.
Come on. All right. Because the replacement levels of Son are very high, and the replacement levels of Kane are Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
So, it depends on your structure and what you're doing, but we still have to start a forward every game week in the game of FPL. You can't do a 5-5-0.
I've tried so many fucking times.
I've tried to. You still can't do that.
Yeah.
So, I would still prefer Kane as a pick. Like if I had to pick one for that reason, like because you're looking
value to an FPL team is higher. You're saying not necessarily that he'll get more points. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
which is stupid, and I'm sure people that are good are like, "Oh, you're dumb." I'll be like, "Yeah, I know," but that's how I'm seeing it right now. I mean, Son's 11-1. I mean, both is great. I definitely like that a lot, but if you have Kev, like you're not doing that, right? I mean, you're not going to do like Kev.
I don't see that world happening. Yeah.
I mean, people are still thinking about not having Mo, or have Bruno. I mean, maybe you go Bruno to Son. I don't know, but clearly Son is an amazing pick. Clearly Kane is an amazing pick.
Right.
Clearly Kulusevski is an amazing pick.
Yep.
No one else on the team is a good pick right now to me.
Not at all. Yeah. No one's in the conversation. I don't think.
Yeah. But Son should keep scoring. I mean, why wouldn't
It's so funny
he?
that I was
they look ridiculous.
So all over obsessed with Kulusevski. First one on him. Probably one of the only people who had ever seen him play before he came to Spurs, and then I didn't get him on my wild card like a fucking moron.
Yeah. Well, that was just to your lack of ability to do it.
I know I was fucking not okay, but
What do you think about this situation?
One thing that I was thinking about, I didn't do any research on this. It's just something to sort of think about maybe for like next season or something. Is Son streaky? Like, I feel like all of these just came like out of nowhere. Like he was like kind of missing chances and really bad.
He was
for
still
a few
getting
games.
points though. That's the thing. So that like is anti-streak, right? He was still getting points in those. Remember, we kept saying he looks like dog shit.
Yeah,
still getting points. Like gets an assist on a corner.
Right.
Like finds the goal. Right. I mean, looking at his history this season, I mean, he's not been streaky at all. He's had one period between game week 9 and 12 where he had 4 blanks in a row. Otherwise, he hasn't had more than 2 blanks in a row all season.
He had the same 4 in a row, 20 to 23. And 3 in a row.
No, but he didn't play 22 and 23.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so he's just been good all season, basically. Yeah.
His 25 returns and how many games he missed? 3 games. So that's 25 returns in like 28 games. Yeah, he's basically 1-1.
Jesus Christ.
Good player. What did he start at? He started at 10 million. Now he's we need to talk. We have to have a big. So I'm putting this in my notes. We need to have a big
for what postmortem.
Yeah, I think we're fucking stupid as fuck about Son. I think every year, pretty much.
I think basically everyone is. Like, it's not like everyone in Discord has Son to start every season and we don't.
I feel like no one has Son.
I feel like no one has. Like, everyone's always like, oh, he's kind of a weird price, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. He just gets fucking 25 returns every single year.
He was 1.4 million starting. What percent ownership is that? Whoa. How many people started in this fucking stupid game that we play?
Let's just say like 9 mil or something, right?
There's 9 mil now. Yeah, what's the percentage of that? It's like 10%.
Yeah. 15%, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's not
nothing.
Correct. That's not like correct.
No, it should be like 30
at least.
Yeah, like a set and forget, like between 170 to 200 point player who's 10 million. Like,
well, he's in it like fucking 250 this year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he's like exceeding it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he it'd be 10 million at the beginning of the season, and Kane was what, fucking 12 or something, 12.5. Yeah, it's not good.
Just like, yeah, we get sucked into like bones and pens, but you know, our budget is also so limited. You know, like,
yeah, I mean, you want to have
Mo's, I mean, it's 12 and a half. Like, it's hard to like. You know, you start with like Mo, Trent, Cancelo, whatever, went on $100 million budget. Yeah, like it goes really fast.
Everyone starts with Bruno. We had Bruno.
Everyone had Bruno, Mo. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we are fucking stupid with Son, but yeah, we'll talk about it another day, I guess.
Okay. We'll talk more about it another day.
Yeah, true. What other games should we talk about before questions? Well, there's City Liverpool game was fucking crazy too.
Yeah, how'd you feel about that?
I thought it was just a great, even game.
Yeah.
I think I was also every second of it.
Yeah. I was also happy to see just like pretty much all of the FPL picks just getting points.
Yeah.
Again, just reinforcing like
Trent, Cancelo, Mo, Kev.
Yeah. It's just like don't bench your players like when they play each other. A lot of people are talking about doing that, and a lot of people did do that. I mean, it's not like anyone got, a huge haul. They all just got little teeny tiny points, but yeah. They're still better than transferring Mo out for captaining Bruno, who got less points than Mo, even if you captain him. So
yeah,
just the thing.
Good players are good. Turns out.
Yeah, even when they play each other.
2-2 both games this season. Very crazy.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, they were both very entertaining. They both kind of.
They said on
kick the can down the road.
The review, it was like both games where home team takes the lead, away team equalizes. Home team takes the lead, away team equalizes.
Oh,
both
that's
games.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Arsenal still bad.
Dude, what the hell happened? I didn't watch this game live because I was in a fucking hotel in Bumblefuck, New Jersey, but it just seemed like they had nothing. The XG ended up like very much in Arsenal's favor, but that was all like last 5 minutes of the game. Yeah. They got all these chances, but like
very late on.
They just kind of like got Brighton to death. Like they couldn't get the ball, they couldn't get anything going. Like Brighton scored a couple bangers, and like that's that. I guess I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't even that. I mean, first goal was very poorly defended by Arsenal.
Yeah, they're just insanely bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, their spine is just, and the fullbacks it's everything. It's everything. I mean, I don't need to see more. I'm absolutely terrified of them. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how they win games in the division.
I know.
With the players they have available.
Spurs have a fucking huge hold on fourth right now, just with like how they're playing.
It's a stranglehold.
Yeah. Oof.
And they get to play each other. I mean, could you?
Spurs.
Granted, it's not till May 12th. I mean, it's in a month, but that game should be not competitive at all.
Right now, if they were playing this week, we would be like so confident in all of our Spurs players.
Yeah,
I'd be like, they're all great picks this week. Yeah. We'll see what happens then, but yeah.
Yeah.
Any other games to talk about, or should we just jump to questions maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done any questions, then let's do that.
Yeah, Micro said, who would you keep out of Che Adams, Barnes, or Saka? You have to keep one.
Barnes, or probably Barnes because he has all these games.
Yeah, is he even a starter though?
I think so.
Yeah, he probably still is. Right?
I think he is the starter in the left wing on their best team. It's just,
Okay. Yeah, I'm sold. Yeah. Jeff, for those of us on Wildcard and those of us down to take massive hits, how many premiums would you have and who would they be? If you don't mind, pretend you're rich and value isn't super important.
Wait, can you?
He just says, if you're on Wildcard, basically, how many premiums would you have and who would they be? Which is like borderline hardest question you could possibly answer.
Yeah,
because
I mean, I think it would be Kane, Mo, and Son.
So you
just have to start fresh.
Your Son over Kev right now.
I don't think it's really justifiable to not be, like, if you're choosing between the two, because Kev is, a return plus max bone guy, and Son is like, I have hat tricks in me.
Yeah.
I mean, Kev doesn't really have that.
And his goal was complete fucking deflection.
I mean, and he gets some of those. He also did have another really good chance that he scuffed. I mean, that one was
offsides. I kept hammering that home.
I wasn't okay. Okay, Alon. Whoa, oh, bro. But I don't think it's really also like defensible to not put Kevin like he's like the fourth best or whatever, the fifth best, right? But I think Son, I think you would pick Son over Kev. He's also cheaper. You don't think so?
No, I mean, everything you're saying I agree with, but at the same time, I'm just like, he's just Kev. He's just Kev with everything on the line, and they're gonna win every game, and it's just
but you make your team right now. Why would you do anything other than 3 Liverpool, triple City defense, triple Spurs attack? That's like the whole fucking team.
Yeah, that's
Schmeichel. That's 10 players and some fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's just chalk for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, I mean, I don't imagine any scenario how that actually like fails or how that's bad. Like you're picking like you're putting everything on these 3 things that we know to be very true. Like City's defense is ridiculous.
Reliable things in the game.
Spurs are creating and scoring goals fucking for fun. And Liverpool have like 8 amazing FPL picks up and down the pitch. You know?
Yeah.
So, you just do that.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's pretty easy.
It's more of a, like, just as a fan of the sport, feels bad to me to ever go like Son over Kev, because I'm just like, God, he was unbelievable in that Liverpool game. He's the best. He's so good. Yeah. But
that's why we're mad.
It is what it is.
That's why I have Kev.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing too about that really does ram it home is the Doc injury. Because, you're spending, with the money it's tough.
I mean, there's also a world on Wildcard, I haven't played with it, that you just go Son over Kane. Like, and just find some forward.
And your worst player is your forward.
Your worst player is St. Max, who at least doubles or whatever the fuck, whoever it is, and like, that might just be better.
Son.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. And then Kulusevski, and you just go 5-4-1 or something.
5-4-1, yeah.
2 Liverpool defenders, 3 City defenders,
4-5-1 or 5-4-1,
something like that. Yeah, no, I'm there. I think that's also great.
Yeah,
I think the biggest issue is though, just like which forward do you want, and will you be happy with starting every week? It's just that's really, I think that's really hard.
Yeah, it's like the cheapest guy that starts every week, basically.
I mean, it's like Mateta, maybe. I don't even know.
Pookie. Like it's just give me like 2 points in the potential penalty. Like that's as good as you're gonna get, probably.
All right.
D Silva macro question: what season-ending OR would you consider the minimum being a success?
Top 10K.
Yeah. I'm kind of like top 100K at this point.
No, I don't.
There's just so many people.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if I got like, an 80, 90K finish, but I wouldn't be like, great. I'm like success.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I did well.
Yeah, you didn't.
But for me to be like, I'm like happy, I would want a top 10K.
Really good 10. Season. Yeah,
top 10K. I think you're always going to be, that's always going to be my.
I think you're right, marker. But I would take.
I'll probably never get it again, but whatever.
Yeah, top 100 is still like first percentile. Like top 1%. Like that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, no, that is good, and maybe I'm a dinosaur because I've been
it's old
from
school.
when we but top it's still just how
the top 0.1% of players.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. So that's what I would deem a success. Anything else would be just like something else.
There you go.
How about that?
JFB Wout feels like a bad pick now. I watched Burnley and Norwich on Match of the Day, and right in this moment, Wout feels like a bad pick.
I hadn't previously considered this, but right now,
this Burnley striker named Wout Weghorst. Do owners cut him loose early or just hold out for the double? Personally, I want to try to stop placing too much stock in shit teams doubles, but JFB is on the right track. You can just follow this guy. He knows what to do. Don't put too much stock in the shit team's doubles. Great way to live. Yeah, just transfer him. He's doesn't even have a double. He's probably not going to start both games. He gets subbed on 55 minutes. He's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, and, rewind this pod 20, 30 minutes. Don't transfer out your budget strikers, right? But in this case, except this is different. This time it's different, right, guys?
No, you're right. You're right. Keep him. You're not getting anyone better. There's no one better. Unless you're getting him to Kane, there's no one better. Just keep him. Doesn't matter. That spot's a fucking 0. It's a binary position forward this season. It's just 0-1. And everyone else in your
transfers.
You're wasting a transfer.
I would actually not sell him.
Yes.
Despite how insanely bad he is every single game.
Wout.
Keep Wout.
# keep Wout. Brian.
Bench him. Also,
yeah,
but also
if possible, never play him.
Brian, but if you're selling him as a double move to free up money, do it.
That's I think that is the again, rewind 20, 30 minutes. That it makes it a lot more excusable, right? If you're selling Toney game week 8 or whenever the fuck everyone was getting rid of him, and you're doing it as a double move to get up to Son or whatever, and going with one more midfielder, one less forward, maybe that's excusable, but I don't know. Brian, what are your thoughts on Sterling the rest of the season?
Now, I mean, it's just so bad.
There's
such
no
a bad
place
pick
for him. There's just no place for him in the game. This late in the season, we know who's good. He's like the 7th best premium in the game at best. It's it's just too far down the list.
Yeah.
Juho said, I need to gain ground on pesky mini league leaders. Can't afford to play it safe. Who's your batshit crazy kamikaze differentials for the final stretch of the season? I'd love to get at least one name in each position. Thanks.
I mean, I do think, someone like Sterling or Mahrez would be that player.
Yeah, they are that,
nobody owns them, and they do have they have hat trick potential. I think, that's what you kind of want to look for out of that category.
I think Reece James, someone like that, who's not trendy anymore. He could just have a 20-pointer any of these weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are good names. Something like that.
I don't know. I mean, Mane, maybe. He doesn't usually do it or have a history of doing it, but he could just bang for a few games. I mean, he's been playing very well. He's been playing striker sometimes. Maybe doing something like that.
Yeah. Looked good. Yeah.
But basically, I think
it basically is just getting bad picks who are expensive and might explode.
Yeah.
That's what he's asking. Just sort by price and be like, I'm gonna get Ronaldo. He fits. He's home Norwich this game. Maybe he fucking hat tricks. He randomly he's terrible, but he can randomly score a hat trick. So
I think did
you see the shit where he slapped a phone out of Van's hand?
I mean, it's just
he's such a little baby bitch. Oh my god.
That's been one of the least fun things of the season. Him just being in the league it has been brought no joy whatsoever. So makes this team bad.
With it, yeah.
I mean, in the sense of watching a car crash or something. But it's just I don't know. It's to me it's just pathetic, and it's so played out and old and tired. I've been watching this from a further distance from him on the Portugal team or him in the other fucking country doing. Yeah. I'm I've seen this for years. I don't need to see it right in front of my. But anyway, but I think what you want to do is yes, these are all bad picks because no one owns them. That's fair. But Mane isn't a bad pick because no one owns him. He's a bad pick because other players in the team similar price, Mo.
Exactly.
Right. But he's still can get points.
He's good,
right?
Yeah, he still has 13 goals from non-penalty goal. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of goals.
So you just want to look at it from that standpoint of you want to at least brace potential players, who can spike because we're at the ass end of the season where it's just 6-7 games and that's all small sample size. This is a very small. So you just want
honestly another guy same team is
Timo.
Go.
Timo's the forward
don't
pick.
Don't get me too fucking wet, too early.
Timo is the forward pick. I was
also going to say Jota. No one has him anymore. Be the guy who gets Jota over Matip or over Robbo because he can just brace, whatever. But Timo,
Is it Timo time?
I love Timo, man. The bad thing
is... If he wasn't so bad, you would not love him so much. Do you accept that?
I definitely accept that. Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely accept that. Yeah. No, if he just came in last season and scored 30 goals, it'd be like...
No, but even if he just... I mean, his monumental, like, planet exploding, like, fall from grace last season. But it's even, amazing. Like, this season... Like, how bad he's been this season, too. And he can't even get, like... He can't even get off the bench. He's been fit, like, all year, right? I mean...
Yeah.
But when that happens, I feel like you, like... quintuple down on the player.
I guess I just you love an so underdog. Like, I love someone that like everyone has given up on, and I'm like, I still believe in you. Like Iwobi is my guy.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
that's your fucking thing.
My
dude.
Fetish, my weakness.
It is. Yeah. It's a pattern. This is the kind of player.
I didn't know that about myself.
Like the more I shit on Trincao,
he goes God, I love
so
Trincao.
high up on your list. Like every single time every game I watch Wolves live, shitting on Trincao, you're just like, love him. It's like, there are some players like that. It's so funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it sounds very right. So Timo's 5th in the league under his XG, and he's played so few minutes, and he's still... 5th. He's played 891 minutes, and he's still 5th most under. It's unbelievable what this guy's doing. He's a god. It's like the Mendoza line. It's like the Mendoza line in baseball. There's just going to be like the Timo line. It's like if you're under that, like you're in big trouble.
I don't even know what he is, dude. It's just insane.
It's crazy. I can't wait to own him in Fantasy World Cup.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The team we're sharing?
Tadic. We should just do like a draft. You just first pick Tadic, I get Timo.
Dude, we're going to get our guys. So
our guys are going to be got.
If it's going to be, if it's Tadic and you want Timo to counterbalance, and that's what we're doing. Okay? Because
we're so good at this game.
There's no chance that Tadic isn't on our team.
Obviously.
There's a 0% chance. I just hope they don't price him at like 10 million like they did in the fucking Champions League game.
Luckily, they got
year.
knocked out of the Champions League, so maybe that'll lower his price.
They're in the game, right? They made it. Serbia made it.
I don't really
qualified,
know,
right?
To be honest.
I'm not sure. Let me check.
I don't. Yeah, pulling up the groups right now. Let's see. Some of these groups are so fucking bad. By the way, have you looked at these groups?
I looked once and then I forgot. Is Serbia in the World Cup? Yep. Yeah, they.
Group G: Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. Oh my God, Tadic is gonna pop off.
He's gonna get no goals.
That's a hard group.
That's a really hard group. Wow, that's a diabolical group actually. Because fucking Swiss, they just bust their lives away.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what he can do.
What are the odds that Ricardo Rodriguez is in our team?
0. We are done with him. We didn't have him this year in the other thing, right?
Probably did, but I don't even remember.
I thought we got there on him and didn't own him.
Good. I hope so. I don't remember, but yeah, he's a nightmare.
Why are we talking about this one?
I don't know. Whatever, dude. Season's almost over. There's three more questions.
All right.
Brown James, for us bozos who didn't triple cap on Mo during his mega haul, is there a particular game week, single or double, you have in mind when we can use the chip? You still have yours, right?
Yeah, I still have mine. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I kind of want to do it on Trent.
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah. Game week 36, they have...
Home Spurs at Villa.
Yeah. They only have 2 days off. I don't love that. I don't know. That's
not great.
I have no fucking idea, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who has the best double left? I mean, do City have a double? City
I think they have it. They have one unscheduled, right?
So that should be it should be maybe like Kev or Cancelo would be the best pick because it's going to be a good one.
It'll be home Newcastle and Wolves. Like that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and no matter where it lies, it'll be good on paper. Probably Cancelo, honestly. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
And Anthony Gordon, game week 37, home Brentham, home Palace.
Yeah. It's an option.
Weghorst, hold Wout. There's also Chelsea have 2 doubles. Actually, though.
Yeah, like Rudiger or something.
Reese or Kai or some shit.
Home Wolves at Leeds is pretty good, but I think we have to. We'll talk about them on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll talk.
If they're out of the thing, and then that's all that they have left, then we could look more seriously at them. I think.
All right, and then Warren said, if you can't afford KDB, are the other city mids worth it? Would it be better / crazy to go triple City D? The remaining fixtures seem pretty bankable cleans for Cancelo, Laporte, Walker, or Ederson triple up. So I love that.
Yeah.
Fucking
absolutely
love that.
The triple. Yeah. Absolutely love the triple defense there. Yeah. Otherwise, I still think Mahrez is a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, he'll come on, he'll get points.
Yeah.
He probably should have scored versus Liverpool, didn't.
Yeah. I still just feel like he's gonna, these shitty ass teams are
Poddin too, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I believe in him as like a good player, but as an FPL pick, I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It seems to me like he's gonna start almost all these games. Like he's basically starting every game at this point when it's, crunch time.
He's just doing nothing with it.
I just think I just believe that the points will come because I believe in the player and his underlyings and stuff.
Yeah. I would rather have Mahrez than Foden.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then Camille, last question, too soon. Is Arsenal a full stay away now?
Yeah, definitely. No question about that.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it does change. It changes that fast. I mean, this is like 2 weeks ago. We were like, triple Arsenal. No, great picks. There's so many good picks. Now it's like,
I've been saying forever, basically since Conte got there, I think Spurs are going to get there, but I didn't think it was going to come with like a full collapse like this,
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah.
All right. I don't really want to do our teams or caps, right, before our Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Mo right now, but I haven't done much. That was just my initial.
Mo over Kane.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Who do they play?
Home Brighton.
Yeah, it's a nightmare game for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, dude, fucking. You know who's gonna be fucking defending Mo this game?
Telesh.
Come on.
Telesh Maguire.
Are you fucking kidding me? They're not gonna give a pen away. I mean, I think it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, it might be. I hope so.
I'm actually like pretty feeling pretty good about Mo Cap.
You're in form, so I'll probably just tell you.
Yeah. No, I really love the Mo Cap this week. We could talk about our team. I mean, I have dock issues. I really don't want to have Rammers. So those are my two.
Well, Rammers at least doubles. You don't deal with him this week.
Yeah, I still might. I mean, I don't think he's going to get any points. I don't think that they're going to keep a clean sheet for the rest of the season.
I think they have a very good chance of cleaning Southampton, who are in they're legit bottom 3 team in the league right now. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of him. I think I might make the change, but we'll talk about this one on Thursday. Okay. Do you have any? You haven't done much.
I mean, I have a fine 11 if I put Gordon in home Leicester instead of Doc. But
yeah, I mean that was another thing. Yeah,
so I might just
Gordon,
save.
I mean, I would be. Yeah, I have to figure. Yeah, because Gordon home Leicester.
Home Leicester is a great fixture.
Yeah, I mean he scored a fucking joke of a goal, and they didn't create or do anything.
Yeah, let me be clear. I do not rate Gordon, but if he just shoots, I don't think he's good at football. He just runs really hard. But if he shoots like 5 times per game outside the box and puts a bunch of crosses in.
Soy isn't gonna fucking own goal on one of his crosses.
Yeah,
come on, he's gotta. He was taking very good corners.
Yeah,
every single corner he took, I was really impressed with it. I mean,
he can whip a fucking ball in, and he shoots, a decent amount. So it's like, yeah, sure, that guy can get you points. You don't have to like him.
I love him actually, but
no, I like him because he, is psycho and runs so hard. So I just meant like him as rate him.
Yeah. All right. We'll get deeper in there on our on the My Life. What about the cup ties?
No ties.
No ties.
No ties this week. So sad. Yeah, really rough. Really.
Well, I guess there are less games, so there's less chance.
Yeah, less games, less chance.
Should we change the rule to if you win by less than 4?
Home field advantage gets a 3-point lead.
Yeah.
And then we got 1 anus slap, 1 new Patreon sign. We got Big Shanks. Good job by you. Get in there, slap that ass, baby. That's about it, dude.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Check us out at FMLFPL.com. Follow us on Twitter at FMLFPL. Support us, Patreon.com/FMLFPL. Subscribe, rate, review,